Today we're gonna do something stupid again. Some people on this planet have a bit too much time on their hands, and some of these people spend their days creating these absurd, scary, and bizarre websites that allegedly you're not supposed to visit. So I asked my Instagram manager, who successfully came back from seeing his family last week and is back in my basement, to find me a list of websites that you shouldn't visit. And I'm gonna visit all of them so you don't have to. And we're gonna document what we see. What could possibly go wrong, right? Alright, let's do this. Alright, it is kind of concerning, because I just found out that 91% of the internet is on Google, and that 9% that is not on the internet are the websites that we're apparently going to be visiting. I don't know if my Instagram manager is just talking out of his ass to scare me, but let's see what we got. So first we have something called deathdate.info. This is basically the death clock, but on crack. The death clock gives you an approximate date on when you're gonna die. This one gives you like details. Apparently it's much crazier, much scarier. I'm not too fond of this one. I don't really want to do any calculations, but let's just see. My name, Hussein. Birth date, what did I say last video? December 16, what, 1960? Okay, let's just say 1960. Male, height, 5 feet, 10 and a half. I'm like 160 pounds. Stimulants, let's just say I do everything. Calculate. Predicted death date, 12 years ago. You're living longer than it was given to you, but death never forgets. There are 3 symbols called the symbols of death related to your birth date and the predicted death date. They can have a direct connection to the cause of death. Your symbols are disease, alcohol, and fire. Well, it's a good thing I didn't put in my real birthday. I don't want to accidentally manifest anything, so let's just get the hell out of here. Alright, next, we have something called me.meshcapade.com/editor. This is a website that lets you create your own human being. I don't know why it says I'm not supposed to visit this, but apparently it's very uneasy and can make you very uncomfortable, so we're gonna check this out. Good news, this application is installable on your device. Don't install anything on my device. What do you think this is? Okay, so first we have this dickhead. We'll name this person Carbohydrate. Everybody say hello to Carbohydrate. We'll put it as a male, measurements, height. We'll make this brother tall as hell. Weight, we'll give him a good weight. We'll make him a bodybuilder. 131 kilograms. How much is that in pounds? Like 200 something? Ash. Chest. So this is his pecs. We want this brother to have massive pecs. Waist. We'll give him a bodybuilder's waist. I assume this is what a bodybuilder's waist looks like.
What?
Hips. What's the difference between waist and hips? Okay, well, I guess we'll make the hips bigger. Inseam? Fuck is that?
Huh?
No, I'll turn this down. I don't know what the hell that is. Shoulder length. Okay, we're about to look at the image that we created. Let's see what this is. Can you shut up? This is my son who's disrupting the video. Bro, look what we created, man. Admire it. Appreciate it. This is Carbohydrate. This guy's ugly as balls. But, yeah, interesting. Very interesting website. This would be very cool if I was still in school. And, me and my friends would be in the back of the class trying not to laugh during the lecture. I think we just go back and forward and create things like this. That would have been fun. Let's see what else we got. Why are you being such a crackhead today? Why are you being such a dickhead?
Huh?
Why can't you be a good dog? Thank you. I'm kicking this dumbass out. Next, we have something called ismycomputeronfire.com. This apparently scans the insides of your computer, pause, and lets you know if there's anything that would potentially create a fire or not. I feel like this is about to be a jump scare. Let's see. Is my computer on fire? No. Well, good to know. Next, we have something called gamingph.com. It says, play the maze. Test your skills. Why am I not supposed to look at this website? Oh my god. Look, I will say nothing, alright? If you know, you know. This is a game that tests your skill, but once again, not too sure why I'm not supposed to be here. But we'll just play it through. You know, we gotta be patient. Always gotta be patient, boys and girls. That's what life's about. Patience. You gotta be patient and your time will come. Shit. Email Jeremy. Real funny. Nice one. Next, we have something called thisfootdoesnotexist.com. What in the world is this? It says it shows a phone number that you could text, and if you do start texting it, it will start sending you something that is very relevant to you in your life in this current moment, allegedly. Let's see how BS this is. This foot does not exist. Tap to text our robot. It'll send you feet. Huh? Yo, 10,000 likes and I'm gonna fire my Instagram manager. I've had enough of his ass. I am not texting this number. Oh my god, bro, censor that. Yo, this is what I mean about people who have way too much time on their hands. Somebody actually programmed and created this website unironically and created a phone number that when people text it, it sends it feet. You know what, man? All the best to you, whoever created this website. I personally want absolutely nothing to do with this. Mischief. The hell is this? Maybe this is the website I'm not supposed to visit. Oh wait, I just realized I'm not on incognito. Fascinating. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's not make the same mistake that we just made in the last couple websites by not being on incognito. Let's go make sure that we're clear on that. Next, we have something called proprivacy.com. This is a website that takes your search history and completely obliterates it. Now, why would I want to do that? I don't know. But for the sake of the video, let's do this. Ruin my search history. Sick of Google harvesting all your personal data. Ruin my search history. A simple, effective, and a fun way to throw Google off the scent. Okay, number of searches. Let's do 150. Keyword randomizer. Turn this to the maximum, or actually the minimum. Sensible 0% versus 100% batshit crazy. Let's see what batshit crazy is. How to get... Oh wait, this is probably a bad idea. It's opening up 150 different tabs. Yeah, let's just not. Let's just not. All right, moving on. Deathpenaltyinfo.org. Now this is a more serious one because I actually documented this last year for a video. This is a website that shows every human that is on death row and whatever crime they committed. It's very odd. I'll tell you that. Seeing the type of stuff that people have done and why they're even on death row and their final words. It's very interesting. U.S. Attorney General directs prosecutors to seek death penalty for Luigi Maglione, marking first federal death sentence sought by this Trump administration. Bro, there are literal serial killers out there. The worst of the worst human beings to exist on this planet, who do levels of thousands of times worse than what this guy Luigi Maglione did. He killed one dude, and they are treating this guy worse than legitimate serial killers. Actual serial killers and people who, you know, schools don't even get the death penalty, but this guy kills one person who has money and all of a sudden. All right, let's not get too political, but yeah, cool. Moving on. We live in a society, boys and girls. We live in a society. Next, we have something also a bit bizarre. This is called planecrash.info. Now, this is what it sounds like, but it's actually much worse than you think. This website documents pretty much every single plane crash within as long as history can stretch out to, and documents what happened, where it happened, audio recording tapes from the actual airplanes. This might be a bit too far for me to show, but I will do a little bit of digging, see if I can show you anything. Let's go on unusual accidents. Okay, a lot of this is gonna have to be blurred, but here's an interesting one. On April Fool's 1970, in Russia, an airplane collided with a hot air balloon and killed 61 out of 82 people on board. That is a crazy way to go out, I'll be honest with you. Let's keep going. That website exists. Don't visit it. Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. We have this QR code that you are looking at on screen. Now, this QR code is actually something I'm not going to scan. And I don't suggest you scan it either. But apparently this takes you to the most absolutely vile website. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but just do yourself a favor. Don't scan this QR code. Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. I will put it up on screen just because I want to, you know, admire the art of this QR code. Look at this little corner piece of it. Very, very cool. But yeah, that was fun. Watch my other videos. These two ones are very cool. I'm sure you'll like them. I'll see you next Friday.